there. It's Doc Thompson on Talk Radio 1270. All right, so yesterday we didn't have as much time as I wanted to discuss the John Edwards case. John Edwards, wow. I don't know if you heard his explanation. He did the little media thing afterwards. And in case you missed it, he was found not guilty on one of the 11 counts and found, they were deadlocked. There was a hung jury on, so they declared a mistrial on the other 10. His explanation and little press conference afterwards was, I think, pretty telling. You want a little glimpse into who John Edwards is? Because prior to the 2008 election, when I looked at the entire panel of Democrats running for president, Chris Dodd, President Obama was running at the time, Hillary Clinton, John Edwards, all these people. John Edwards, I was one of more familiar with him than a lot of them, but also I knew his background. The guy was an ambulance chaser, and he was just a dirtbag, the way he and his wife made their money. Just scumbags. I tried to tell people that. Oh, John Edwards, nice guy or whatever. So if you really want telling, we're going to play some of this interview or the press conference he gave afterwards. And
this is some lovely audio right here.
This, I think, explains who John Edwards is.
Thank you for the jurors and their incredibly hard work and their diligence. They took their job very, very seriously. As we saw both during the trial, the attention they paid to the evidence during the trial, the presentations of the lawyers, and the fact that they've now spent almost nine.
He praises the jury. They did a great job. They did a spectacular job because they found me not guilty on one of them and then mistrial on the other. He's not saying, the ones that couldn't come to it, some of them obviously thought I was guilty on some of these and they couldn't reach a verdict. No, ultimately, I got away with it, so everything's fine.
Full days deliberating, trying to reach a fair and just result under the evidence and the law. And all I can say is thank goodness we live in a country that has the kind of system that we have. And I think those jurors were an exemplar for what juries are supposed to do in this country. They were very, very impressive.
Hold on, pause that a second. How were they impressive? What other thing other than I'm not going to jail, I'm not going to be fined, I was not found guilty, what other thing could he say that he was impressed by the jury?
Well, there's nothing.
They paid attention? I mean, he's not interacting with the jury. Only thing he knows of the jury is they walked in and sat down each day.
Well, there is reports, though, he was hitting on, juror number 4 or something.
So maybe they were hot? Is that why they were impressive?
They did a very impressive job.
Very impressive. I'm very happy with that jury. Maybe he got a couple of digits from the people.
It's possible.
Excellent talent on that jersey.
That's the only thing it could be. You don't know anything.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the fact that he's touting how good of a job they did on that. I mean, they were a jury. They did what they were supposed to do. And
how can you say? But what could you say about any other jury where you'd say, "Wow, they screwed this thing up"?
O.J. Simpson.
No, not even though. I mean, no, you're right. I see what you're saying though about guilty and innocent or whatever. But as long as the jury is actually paying attention, whatever verdict they come up with is irrelevant. You may think justice was not served. It may come down to what evidence was allowed in, not allowed in, whatever. Fine, I get that. But ultimately, to praise a jury is only praising the outcome. That's it. Unless you see somebody sleeping. And then you could say, wow, that guy's sleeping, and likely they'd be kicked off the jury anyways. More of John Edwards here.
I want to say just a word about is responsibility.
All that
and this is about me.
Right there.
Responsibility. Something I know nothing about.
John Edwards is speaking after his trial. During the trial, it was not in dispute that he was cheating on his wife, that he has a love child with her, that there was lies, many, many lies. Look at the lies he told the media. All of that, the whirlwind, nothing about that. This was about conspiracy or whether or not he paid people and campaign finances or whatever. So although he may have been let off on those charges, because those were actually charges, as far as morally, he's not responsible. He tried to hide all of that. Responsible would have said, well, first of all, I'm not cheating on my wife. Second of all, if you do slip and you're cheating on your spouse, you say, Here's what happened. Fine. You don't hide the love child and all that so you can get a better job, so you can make more money, have more power and influence. That's not responsible.
It's a lack of responsibility. Right
He
there.
says he's being responsible. Listen.
I want to make sure that everyone hears from me and from my voice.
Yes.
That while I
Hold it, pause it, hold it. He wants to make sure everybody hears from him and hears his voice.
Yes. Because his inflection really is telling here.
Hears from him and hears his voice. In other words, he wants to make sure people hear from him, not via email, not via text messages.
No, really, I'm giving you my somber, serious voice. I need you to hear this.
I want to make sure that everyone hears from me and from my voice that while I do not believe I did anything illegal or ever thought I was doing anything illegal, I did an awful lot that was wrong.
That was wrong.
Hold on, let me think.
I did an awful lot that was wrong. Not illegal, mind you.
This is...
I did an awful lot that was wrong.
2008, 2009, 2010. It's like 4 years later.
And I want you to hear from my voice.
4 years now. It took him 4 years to take full responsibility.
And there is no one else responsible for my sins. None of the people who came to court and testified are responsible. Nobody working for the government is responsible. I am responsible. And if I want to find the person who should be held accountable for my sins...
Hold on.
Wait.
If he wants to find the person, is he going to go out on the golf course?
So now he's looking for the person who's truly responsible, because a crime was committed, just not by him.
No, I think what he's saying is the person responsible for the bad behavior is probably him. Let's hear.
And if I want to find the person who should be held accountable for my sins...
Yes.
Honestly, I don't have to go any further than the mirror.
I see what he did there.
Not the crimes, sins.
And me alone. Next thing I want to say a word about are the people that I love. Because it's been an incredible experience for me to watch my parents. My dad just turned 80.
Okay, hold on. Giving shout-outs to random family members? Why is this part of your... What's the point of this?
It's not a request show.
I want to personally wish his father a happy birthday.
You do? That's nice, Boz. That's really good.
It's not Casey Kasem's countdown.
His dad was there. I wish I knew more about his father.
My mom, who's 78.
Oh, his mom's 78.
Trump up here from Robbins, North Carolina, every day.
His dad
to
came
be
up
with me.
And his mom came up, yeah.
And to support me. And I love them so much, and they did such a wonderful job raising me.
Hold it.
Wait, they did a great job raising me.
The guy who was cheating on his wife with cancer had the love child, while, mind you, has more wealth and access to power and things and a quality of life that many of us will never know.
And this man was hoping to be your president.
And wanted to be president. They did a great job raising him. And by the way, he loves his parents. You have to put that in you're doing a press conference. You need to make sure everybody knows that, you love their parents.
And how old they are.
Yes, their age too.
And I really wasn't sure how sincere he was until I heard his voice.
Till you heard it? I wasn't sure if he was really taking responsibility until I found out his father was 80. In fact, Boz, I need you to back that up. Let me hear from about his parents a little bit more. I need to really understand where they're from, what they do. Let's hear this.
My parents, my dad just turned 80.
Turned 80.
Okay. My mom, who's 78.
Yes.
Trump up here from Robbins, North Carolina, every day to be with me and to support me. And I love them so much, and they did such a wonderful job raising me and my brother Blake and my sister Kathy, who I also love dearly.
Oh, he lives his brother and sister, too.
I also want to say a word about my own children. Kate, who most all of you have seen, has been here every single day.
And there every day.
She has been here no matter what. No matter how awful and painful.
Why? Wait a minute.
What's so much emphasis on the age?
Why is he doing that? No matter what?
She has been here no matter what.
What? I was eating some wheat thins.
Do you put Cool Whip on those wheat thins?
Wait. Here no matter what.
No matter what?
Wait, say cool.
Cool.
Say whip.
Whip.
Say Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Well, you put so much emphasis on the age.
Say no matter.
No matter.
Say what?
What?
Say, why are you putting so much emphasis on the Yeah, he loves his family, loves his daughter, loves his mom and dad, loves them all. Some shout-outs. I wonder if there are any neighbors there. No matter what.
No matter how awful and painful, a lot of the evidence was for her. Evidence about her dad, evidence about her mom, who she loves so dearly.
Okay, so let me. I'm having trouble following this. So, John Edwards loves his parents.
Yes.
He loves them. He also loves his brother and sister.
Yes.
Loves the brother and sister.
Also loves his children.
He loves his children. His daughter loves her mom very much. Is that right?
Yes.
Boz, did I get every bit of love there so far?
No matter what, I think you did.
Okay, let's continue.
But she never once flinched. She said, Dad, I love you. I'll be there for you.
Okay, so the daughter loves him now, too. So John Edwards loves both of his parents.
And she'll be there for him.
He loves his brother and sister. His daughter, he loves his kids. His daughter loves her mom, and also loves her dad, John Edwards.
You, no matter what.
No matter what.
And I'm so proud to have had her with me through all this process.
Yeah.
And then finally, Emma,
Who's
who
Emma?
Turned 14 recently.
Other daughter.
Emma Claire and Jack, who just turned 12.
And Jack.
Who I take care of every day. And I've not been able to see him quite.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. He is a widower. His wife died.
Yeah.
And he's the father of children.
That's like saying you pay taxes every year.
Thank you very much, Boz. You got it.
It'd be nice if Kathy Lee interviewed him. So how's your wife doing?
You guys got such a loving marriage. So he takes care of his children.
How do you make it work? Well, I cheat on her.
He's Boz, it sounds to me like he's kind of playing the victim there. My children that I take care of every day.
Yeah.
That's what a parent does. Every day.
Yeah.
And I've not been able to see them quite as much, but I see them in the morning. I get their breakfast ready, get them off to school, and then we get home at night and we all eat supper together.
Really.
And I love them both so dearly.
He loves the other ones,
such
too.
An important part of every day of my life. Mm-hmm. And then finally, my precious Quinn.
Who?
Quinn.
Quinn?
Quinn.
And then finally, my precious Quinn.
No H in there, too. There's not even H in that.
Quinn.
Little pause there.
Who I love more than any of you could ever
Wait a minute. Wait. Go back to Quinn. Wait.
And I want you to time when he says Quinn to his neck. There's a good 2.5, 3 seconds of silence.
Maybe he lost his notes.
Wait a second. Who's Quinn? Who's Quinn?
Quinn. And how do I feel about her? Let me think.
Okay, so Quinn.
Let me think. How do I?
Thinking.
Oh, yeah, I love Quinn, too. Yeah, yes. Quinn is great.
Yeah.
He probably couldn't figure out which page he was on.
So,
come on, John.
So let me understand this. He loves his parents. He loves his brother and sister. He loves his kids, specifically his oldest daughter. She loves their mom. No matter what, he loves she loves her mom, and no matter what, she loves her father. Then he loves his other two kids that he takes care of every day. But when it gets to Quinn, he's not so sure about that. Back it up to Quinn. Let's hear this. Quinn.
And then finally, my precious Quinn.
2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006.
Who I love.
Legit 6 count. That's a legit 6 count, just thinking about it.
And I am so close to, so grateful for.
Oz, go back to that.
So grateful for Quinn.
Go, Baz. I'm putting the stopwatch on that one, Boz. Are you ready?
All right, here we go.
Give me Quinn.
Here comes Quinn.
All right, here we go.
And then finally, my precious Quinn.
All right, start it.
Okay, it's rolling here.
3.
Got it rolling.
4. 5. 6.
Who I love.
6.35.
Wow.
He loves
That's
her.
wild.
This is like Quinn I love. At least I think I love her. Yeah, I love her. Quinn, who I love. Quinn.
And I am so close to and so
that's evident.
Grateful for. So grateful for Quinn. Including my son Wade, who we lost years ago.
Wade?
Wait a minute. Come back to Quinn again. I got to hear the whole thing uninterrupted. Yeah, I get it for the first Quinn. Just.
And then finally, my precious Quinn.
Thinking.
Who I love more than any of you could ever imagine.
More than any of you.
And I am so close to and so grateful for.
Are you grateful?
So grateful for
Very
Quinn.
grateful.
Very grateful.
I'm grateful for all my children,
All of them.
including my son Wade, who we lost years ago.
And
This is
Quinn.
grateful more than the Tim Tebow
But
thing.
you know,
This is excited.
this is the last thing I'm going to say. I don't think God's through with me.
Hold on. Wow. Let me help you out here on that one, John. Let me help you out.
Yeah, God's not through with you.
He's not through with you, John.
He's got further plans.
Yeah, the love child thing, cheating on the wife with cancer. I feel safe in saying.
Jesus loves you no matter what.
This is the last thing I'm going to say. I don't think God's through with me. I really believe he thinks there's still some good things I can do.
Like what?
And whatever happens with this legal stuff going forward, what I'm hopeful about is all those kids that I've seen, you know, in the poorest parts of this country and in some of the poorest places in the world.
What?
That I can help them. In whatever way I'm still capable of helping them. I want to dedicate my life to being the best dad I can be.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Boz. Hold on. How about this, John? How about instead of helping all those kids in the Carolinas or anywhere else in America, instead of helping them by wanting to become more powerful, like become president, how about you help them by giving them some of your cash, the millions you made while being an ambulance chaser? Because being an ambulance chaser, just because you get your client money doesn't mean you're doing the right thing. Just because you're suing some people doesn't mean you're helping people. So how about giving up the, $400 haircut, $600? How much were the haircuts? They were hundreds of dollars.
He did make some sort of a reference to that. Multi-$100 haircuts.
Yeah. How about giving those up and giving the money to the kids?
Or go to Supercuts. $10.
How do you get a dude's haircut to cost that much?
I know. Have you
That's
seen his
insane.
haircut on top of it? It's not like some, artistic feat or anything.
And I know some women, like my ex would occasionally go to the Aveda and drop $200 on dyes and cuts and
I
couldn't believe that.
Right.
What the hell is John Edwards doing to that mop top he's got that cost $200?
And I want to dedicate my life to helping children. I could just give him the money that I'm spending on these haircuts, but
what would that do anyway?
I just need to be more powerful man.
Helping those kids who I think deserve help and who I hope I can help.
Who I think deserve help.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Nicely done there. Good stuff there. Do you know what that last little bit about helping kids was about? That is starting your next campaign. That's what he did right there.
Ah, you're right. I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah. This is how the game is played. John Edwards.
And he is good. He is a very slick politician.
Oh, he's very slick. He's a dirtbag. But he's very slick.
Well, that's redundant. He's a politician.
Well, yeah, that's true. So here's what he's doing there. He recognizes, a month from now, he can probably get cameras on him again, depending on what's going on, maybe 6 months. But unless you really have something going on new, you're not going to make all the hot media like everybody that was paying attention and all the cameras on every network, for that. So you have to get some advantage out of it. The political advantage is start your next campaign. That was the whole rigmarole with mom and dad and kids. You know what he is? He's the family man. He's the loving son who was raised well, just a country boy with that little accent. And he's a good, loving father. He played on the death of his wife. Did you catch that?
Yes, he did.
He misses her mom. His oldest daughter misses her mom and loves her mom.
Scumbag.
Playing on the death of his wife. And then ends the whole thing up by saying, one more thing, I still think that, I can do some good for children I see.
Not I. I think God thinks God I can do some more. But also playing the religious card.
Play the religious card, get the whole thing, because all those, the people in Carolinas that are religious will likely get sucked into this. Oh, look at him, just a good boy. No, the guy is a dirtbag. Yes, John, I would say you're right. God loves you. The rest of us think you're an a-hole.
Doc Thompson.